Hello there, I'm Councillor Stephen Wells, and along with my two Conservative colleagues I represent the ward of Beckenham Town and Cllr on the London Borough of Bromley. It's been my privilege to represent Cllr ward for some 16 years now. I've lived in the ward for some 25 years with my wife and daughter on Albemarle Road. I used to work in the oil industry, but I retired some 10 years back and have been a councillor full-time throughout that time. During the 16 years I've been on Bromley Council, I've fulfilled a number of roles, but my main interest has been, and my main commitment has been, to education and young people. During that 16 years I've chaired a number of education committees, but also for over 2 years I was the portfolio holder responsible for education in the borough, and I was able to during that period rebuild a number of schools like Cllr House here, and also to build new schools in Shortlands and in Beckenham. I'm very much in favour of the new secondary school that is planned for Penge at Kent House. And I'm also very proud of the fact that Bromley schools now have a huge reputation. 97% of Bromley schools, both primary and secondary, are rated outstanding or good by Ofsted. That's something to be very proud of. Bromley is a very green borough, and even in the north of the borough, where Beckenham Town and Cllr ward is also still very green. We have an awful lot of playing fields and open space that make it a delight to live in this area, with the large numbers of parks for leisure use as well. We're very anxious to ensure that this kind of green belt called Metropolitan Open Land is maintained in Cllr, and we'll be actively seeking to ensure that the site behind me is not taken for development, which is currently being envisaged by a company who have bought the site. We really do not need more development on that sort of scale. We do need houses in Beckenham, but we need family houses with gardens, and that's not what's planned here. Beckenham High Street is the beating heart of Beckenham Town and Cllr ward. It's hugely important to Beckenham in general as a source of income and draw for people to come and trade and shop in Beckenham High Street. There are very few voids in Beckenham High Street. It's always good to see that, because with a new vegan bakers, for instance, and a new painters and decorators shop, the variety of shop that is available in the high street is important. Equally important is the nighttime economy, but there's a balance to be struck here between restaurants and businesses that trade during the day, and we need to maintain that balance. At the moment I think we do very well, so I'm anxious to try and encourage the continuation of Beckenham High Street in the way that it trades at the moment. After 16 years on the council, I'm standing again in the elections in May. I very much hope you will support myself and my Conservative colleagues, Carleen Deal and Mike Tickner, in our candidacy for the council in Beckenham Town and Cllr.